Hey, welcome, welcome, Aquarius. Woo! I want to just say a really quick thank you to all you Aquarius and all the people out there that have stuck through. I appreciate you hanging out and hanging around. These last couple of months has been very hard for me with these new job and very emotionally, spiritually draining because it is a challenging environment, toxic environment. So just getting on that, and also just a constant pounding spiritual warfare definitely going on there. So I thank you for sticking it out, and I appreciate that very, very much. All right. So hopefully we are back on track now, and at least getting your readings in for the coming couple of weeks and months and into the new year. So we've also got this week a full moon and a eclipse going on. So with that, that means a lot of intense energies. All right, with more in-depth conversations. This is also getting the truth out, secrets coming out, some real deep um, emotions coming out through this time, especially around the 17th, 18th, 19th, because we have a lunar eclipse on top of that. We have trines going on with Mercury, three of them, which is a lot about communications. Okay, this month has been a lot about communications for those of you who haven't watched my tarot before, and that is because the Mercury energy is still there. We have the full moon in Taurus this week, so it's going to be just hold on to your hats. And if you would like to watch the full moon reading, I will give a lot more details of that on the 18th or 19th, whenever I'm going to do that. So please subscribe, hit the bell, and hit the all, because I guess YouTube, if you don't hit the all, they just send you whatever they want. So if you really want to catch all my readings and maybe some, I do coaching videos, spiritual coaching videos. I did like a Halloween paranormal, all the paranormal things that were happening to me, and should we actually be fearful of spirits and things like that. So if you like that kind of stuff, then subscribe, hit the bell. All right, let's get going. So all right, I'm trying to work at the same time. So if I'm looking over, I'm looking to see if a client's called or something of that nature. I apologize. Okay, so for those of you that are brand new too, I do current energies, future energies. And this is something that I do. It's all, what do you call that? A general reading. However, this is divine driven. So that being, there is a card of divine. So you come to tarot, you have a question, you're in a struggle, you're in a not sure about something, you have a question about something. This is divine sharing his answer to you. Whether you want to pay attention to what he's trying to tell you or not, that's up to you. All right. However, if you pay attention to him, it'll be a lot easier life. I'll tell you from experience, because Earth does not know what they're doing. Divine definitely does. So let's get to your reading. So we have the number 2 in numerology. It is about the roots of abundance. This is about bringing things together. And I love that the divine's using the tree again, because he knows I love to work with the trees and also the plants in regards to roots of abundance. That's where your core foundation is. That is where we begin our life. And most of us are broken in some way, and our core foundation and our roots were damaged to our thinking process. So our thinking is sort of a little twisted, maybe through abuse, physical, emotional, sexual, verbal, whatever kind of abuse it is, or maybe you've gone through a trauma of some type, PTSD, that kind of a thing. That will throw our whole foundation, our roots off. So we need to sometimes reset those roots. Okay. And how do we reset that? We retrain our brain. And we can retrain our brain in about 63 days, because it changes the chemical reactions about our brain. Okay. And the thing is, our current energy is about the number 6. Okay. So the number 2 is to bring something together. So we want to bring those roots together to a balanced base foundation. Then that brings us abundance. What is abundance? Love. What is abundance? The desires that we would like to have. What is abundance? It depends on what you think abundance is. What abundance is not is really, if you're putting your heart and soul into earth, first dimension, it is not that. That is secondary. That is something that we get in abundance based on our thought process and how we walk our journey. All right. And if that's all you're going to get, pretty sad. If that's all you want is money, things. That's not the way that spirit thinks. So current energies is the dragon. It's the number 6. It is about the process that you're going through, the sequence of events, things that connect the dots to get you to your journey to where you can get that abundance and grab that abundance. And it is in power and strength. Knowing that you have the power and the strength to get what you want, get what you deserve, get the things that will make you happy and joyful. You have that power. It's just how to know how to get them with the tools that you have and don't have. Okay. So we'll talk about that as well. I guess we'll see what your reading comes up with. And then your future energy is burden. Where does burden come from? Burden comes from low vibrational energies. This comes of a thought process of a negative or low vibrational, low self-esteem, anxiety, depression, that kind of a thing. That carries a very, very heavy weight. Negative energy is very, very heavy, and it keeps you grounded in a negative aspect. We want to release that because that is also the number 7, which is about improving self and growing self and releasing that burden. Okay, so that's the future energy. When you release the burden, I love that the divine works these 2 cards together, because when you release your burden, you become abundant. Okay, because you're now moving in a journey that you really need. Okay, for some reason, we're starting out with balance. We're starting out with the 6 of Pentacles. It's about giving and taking. This is something that maybe there's an issue with for somebody. That's how we get abundance. We give more than what we give or get. Take. So we give more than what we take. When we give more than what we take, we become abundant. Where do we become abundant? We become abundant in spirit. Okay, so definitely a time where maybe this is give and take. With the Thanksgiving coming up in the United States, this is a time of giving thanks. And this is a thank you. So he's saying give thanks in everything you do, everything that you have, everything that you are. So that's not from me, that's from him. Definitely want to give thanks. Thank you. And he says that's the first thing that you need to be doing in your day. Okay, could you say it all at once? Oh my gosh. He's really hitting me today. And here's the thing about give and take. This is something that it has to come from you. Comes from your deep within. This is something that you need to be telling yourself. I need to give more than I take. I need to give more than I take. This is self-talk. This is self-words. This is self-growing. What can I do? What can I give? Okay, I can give time. I can give energy. You have a talent that maybe, I don't know, you may know how to fix something, give service to somebody. What is it that you can give of yourself? This creates abundance because you're now giving more than you're taking. And this creates a new high vibrational energy. Okay. It creates new, more thought process, and it's more of a spiritual thought process. Okay. I am telling myself I can do things for others without spending a dime. Okay, things that you could do. You might have materials. Maybe you're a crafty person, and maybe you have stuff around your house that is very crafty that you could, at Thanksgiving or Christmas, not give something, go spend money, but make something. I'm sorry, but everything I have that people have made me, I keep because that is something from the heart. You can go buy anything, but something that somebody took time and energy, and there is energy in that piece of whatever somebody makes you, a pie, a cookie, whatever, there's energy and love in that. And you want to embrace that energy and that love because that is definitely what's happening. Somebody also too needs to learn patience. Ha, ha, ha. That's a hard one, isn't it? To learn patience. Definitely need to learn patience. That is going to bring you a lot more balance. That is the center card, which is the star. Star is about bringing balance and peace and love and nature and everything into things that will come together. Now, all this beginning of this is really, really good. But whenever you're trying to work for something good in your life, and there's going to be something right on your heels to try and stop it. Okay. But you have the power not to stop it. Okay. So somebody's going to come to you, whisper in your ear negative things, hateful things, or why are you doing that? Or why would you do that? Or that is really stupid. And it's going to be a betrayal to you because you would have really thought that that person was supportive of you. Thank you. And so he's reminding me of the time when I began to bodybuild, and I was 215 pounds. And yeah, I was like, okay, I would like to bodybuild. I would really like to, get strong and skinny and healthy and all that kind of stuff. And all my friends, my biggest saboteur was my mother. Oh, you're not going to do that. Oh, another diet. Oh, this, oh, that. So I had to really cut her out for a while. Literally, I had to cut my mom out for a while because that was negative energy that was coming up. And she betrayed me in that sense that she didn't stand up for me. She didn't believe in me. And gee, I had a cookbook and what do you call it? Nutrition guide and weight management and daily management kind of book that I wrote. And that came out of that. She couldn't even look at the book. It was just something that I don't know. It was her brokenness in her that allowed that to happen, but I could not let that around me because I was going to stifle what I had going or what God had going for me. And that was really, 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 really hard to let somebody go. Whatever it is that's holding you back from your abundance, you got to let go of that. If it's a person, if it's a bad habit, if it's a job, it looks like there's something with work here that is just, you're not happy, you're not joy-filled. It does have to end. And that would, when you do that, then that turn around and brings you abundance because you're not doing your purpose and your calling. You're in a job that's a dead end, or you're doing something that is a dead end that has no place for you for your journey. So what is it? Is it a person? Is it a place? Are you living in a wrong place? Are you living with somebody that you shouldn't be living with? Is it a job that you should be thinking about? Is this really what I love? Is this really what I want to do? Once you get the answers within you, because the power is within you to answer that, then you will actually begin to start a process of releasing what you need to release, because it's a number 4. It's time. Number 4 is about your boundaries, your balance. It's also about building a new root foundation, resetting. It's time to reset. Definitely with this full moon and the eclipse, it is a reset time. Huge reset time, because there's a lot of truth that is going to be coming out this week. Okay, a lot of truth. But this is your challenge card. Somebody's not going to do it. Somebody's just going to stay in their toxic ways or their ways that they're doing things now. And then next year I'll see you about the same time with the same questions, because you don't want to change. You don't want to release that. You want to release it. Okay. If you don't release the negative, how can you grow to the positive? If you don't release a bad relationship, how can you get a new healthy relationship? If you don't release a bad habit, how can you have room for something healthy and grow in your life healthy? If you cannot release your bad thoughts, your low vibrational negative thoughts, how can you actually retrain your brain to grow? Okay, you have the power to do this, guys. You do. How do I know? I've done it. And Divine has shown me that everybody has this power. These upside down. No. Yeah, it's a time to observe, time to become aware, the Hermit card. This is a time to really ask yourself those tough questions and be insightful. This is something about somebody's job as well. Okay. And somebody, thank you. So he says somebody's looking for a job that now they've got a choice to make, or maybe that's coming up that they're going to have a choice to make. And you're like, I need to take this job because of the money. This is a test for you, because he's got 2 jobs. One may be less money, and this is something you want to do. And this is another job that is going to give you the money, but it's very toxic. So this is something that you're going to have to evaluate and look at. And really ask Divine, which is it that you want me to go to? Because he's going to tell you to go to one, and you're going to be fighting to go to this other job. And you're going to miss the test, because it's about learning that what we love and what we love to do, even though the money might not be there right now, it will come in abundance because you're setting a foundation in what your calling and your purpose is. Okay. And you're following what divine wants you to do. If divine is saying, take this job over here, and you go take another job, you're not following divine. What you're doing is telling divine, you're a freaking liar. I know what I need to do. You don't have a clue what I need, is what you're telling him when he's saying, take this job and I will show you abundance. Okay. But if you go against him, then you know what? Have fun with that. Been there, done that. You know what? I don't do that anymore because he is much wiser, much smarter, much bigger, and all knowing than me. So, anyway, there's that. So, let me do a moon. Let me do a moon. This is a full moon week. So, I'm going to do a full moon and the eclipse card on the full energies of what's going on astrology wise and what we need to be doing. Now, thank you. So they wanted me to mention too that, you know, this is going to be a very fast moving week. This is going to be a very high accelerated week. Things are going to sort of move fast. You're like, wow, things are just going, going, going. And then it's going to feel one of those, I don't know how to explain it. It feels like you're moving super fast at a very slow pace. It's like things are moving really fast, but it's like, it doesn't seem like it's going anywhere. Put it that way. It's like it's not going anywhere, but it is. Okay. I can't make this up. It's time to release negativity. When you do that, you have abundance. Release the negative, and then when you release that, you release the burden. You release the heaviness. And then everything becomes light. Now, there's times where I get a little bit sad, but you know what? I ask myself, why am I sad? Is there a reason? Probably my hormones because I'm older. But the thing is, I don't go through anxiety. I don't go through depression. I don't go through big bouts of sadness. I don't go through those very hot, low vibrational negative energies. I used to when I was living in the secular life in the first dimension and making all my decisions based on what other people thought and what other people think and how other people think I should be. Is that you? That's low vibrational. That's staying stuck in the earth realm. When you sit there and be your authentic yourself and you move into a spiritual way of thinking, this is me, this is who I am, this is who divine created me, and I love divine for it, and I thank him for it, and I want to live that way, and I want to live the way that he wants me to go because that brings tons of abundance. Then you will see your life transform 100%, and you will see life become more calm. The depression will go away, the anxiety will go away because you're no longer caring what other people think. Okay, I don't know who this is for, but you no longer care what other people think because you are you and the way that divine created you to do something here to help others. And when you begin to do that, all that stuff goes away. It's been there, done that. All right, you guys, this has been your reading. Really sorry it's short, but I got to get everybody in. This is my plan here. I didn't pull very many cards. However, this was Divine's message to you today. All right, I hope to see you on the 18th, 19th. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, notified when I'm on, or like and subscribe. We appreciate the likes as YouTube creators because it helps us spread the word. So please don't forget to like. All right. Thank you and have a great day. Don't forget to walk in absolute truth and love. Bye-bye.